YouTube, and welcome to another Diablo 3 gameplay video. It's Big Bigfoot, and welcome back to the Wild Zone. So before we get into the topic for today, I want to give you a quick channel update on where my channel's going. So I've been posting some Rainbow Six gameplay, mixed in with some Diablo, but mostly Rainbow Six. And I've realized that because of me using my Xbox PVR, uploading clips to OneDrive, and then having to clip them all together, it's just not feasible at this current moment. OneDrive has been having a lot of issues lately where it won't want to upload my clips properly, or it'll mess something up, or it just won't upload a clip at all. The clip that you're watching took about 2 hours to upload from my Xbox last night, and that's not due to my internet speed, that's due to OneDrive not wanting to work. So for the time being, I'm going to try and post things that come in one clip only, so less than 10 minutes, whether it's Diablo or Halo or maybe a terrorist hunt gameplay. But for now, the Rainbow Six PvP stuff just will not be happening. I hope that when I get a capture card, I can properly do that for you guys. Anyway, let's get into the topic for today. So the topic I've picked is called, I'm going to call it gaming content coming in waves, or maybe it's commonly more known as half-finished games. So I think this is a problem, and I think it's very fitting that I put Diablo 3 as the background gameplay here, and I'll explain why in a little bit. I think it's a problem because recently I've noticed as I play a lot of games and watch gaming news and stay in the kind of realm of gaming topics, I've realized that a lot of games are coming out with half-finished products, or they'll come out not fully fleshed out. So a great example of this happening is Diablo 3. When Diablo 3 came out as a game, it was okay. I didn't play it right off launch. I waited for the bugs to get figured out, and then I hopped in. As I previously said in a previous video. Anyway, Diablo 3 was not a full fleshed out game. There was no rifts or bounties or real reason to stick around. For my friends that did buy it at launch, they told me that they played through the game once and then that was it. There was no reason for them to come back, and it took Blizzard a long time to realize that we need to fix this problem. Henceforth, the Reaper of Souls DLC came out, and that retook Diablo from a gross game that didn't really work well to a top tier Blizzard game where it deserved to be. So I think that recently a lot of game companies have been following this method and putting out games that aren't fully completed and aren't fully fleshed out. Not all game companies are like that, but I'll get to that in a minute. So I think this is a problem right now, especially being that there's so many games out there that for you and myself to play as gaming consumers and gaming fans. There's so many games for us to play. So when a gaming company will put out a game that's not fully finished, missing key features like subtitles, like the recent Spyro game has come up with, there's not subtitles in their base game, which is a big problem. Key features like that are being missed out on games, and it's because game companies are rushing their games. They have to get a product out the door so that you and me and Johnny Public down the street can buy it. They need to make money, and I understand that as a business standpoint, that money's important. That's what your business needs to be making. But when you're sacrificing the quality of your games, it's not good for the gaming community as a whole. Now, not every gaming company does this. I said I'd bring up a good example, and I've got a good one. Red Dead Redemption 2 is made by Rockstar Games. I'm sure you've heard of Rockstar Games. If not, you need to look them up immediately. They make some of the best games that have ever been made. Red Dead Redemption 2 was supposed to come out in 2017, in the end of the year. And what happened is Rockstar came out about a month or two before the game was supposed to be released, and they said, no, sorry, we're not done with it. We're going to push it into early 2018. So come early 2018, the game is still not done. Rockstar says, you know what, we're going to have to push it out until the end of October, which is just around the time it was supposed to be released the year before. Now, as a gaming fan, I was visibly disappointed. I think this sucked. But as I looked into it more and realized, no, this is good, Rockstar is taking the initiative to say, we don't want to put out a half-done product. We want our game to stand above the rest. We want our game to be top-tier Rockstar quality. And that's what they did. Red Dead Redemption 2, at the time of this video, has been out for about 2, maybe 3 weeks tops. And it has got 10 out of 10 ratings, 9.5 ratings, A+ ratings, whatever scale you use. It is a top tier game that is almost perfect. Now, this is important because Rockstar took the time to say, no, we're not going to give you a half-finished game. We want our key features to be there. We want our story to be top, our video to be good, our audio to work. We want to make sure that you, as a fan and a gaming consumer, are getting top-tier content. I think it's important that more game companies follow this path. I'm not saying that they need to give us DLC for free or anything. I love DLC and I have no problem purchasing it, but that's a conversation for another time. My big issue is when a game company will put out a game that's not done. They're missing subtitles. There's a big story gap. There's things that don't make sense. And I think it's important that game companies don't have to put out perfect games because that's almost not possible. I think it's important that as a game company, um, someone that makes games for us as consumers puts out games that are good, that are fully fleshed out, that have the content that we need. There shouldn't be major bugs. I know those will happen, and I know it's impossible to get out of that way, but if that means that a game comes out a month later because they're getting a lot of bugs and putting in key features, I will be okay with that as a gaming consumer. I would rather have a quality video game over a quantity video game. Um, so I think it's important that game companies focus on getting those quality games instead of giving us half full games. I know some of you may disagree with me, and that's totally fine. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it in the end of the video. I would love to hear if you have any comments or want to push back at me. That is more than okay. I want game companies to realize that they can't push us around and give us these half full games. I hope that that game companies will eventually realize that they need to put out quality games, or there will be another crash. Um, I know that this little video from a little YouTuber is not going to get anywhere, and that's okay. I merely just want to provoke a thought-felt discussion about where the gaming market is going and why developers are pushing out these games that aren't fully completed. Anyway, guys, I just want you to remember that this is my own personal opinion. You may differ with me, or you may think I'm a complete fool. But in the end of the day, I just want to thank you for checking out my video on my channel. And feel free to leave a like and comment if you want to. I'd love to hear from you. Anyway, I hope you guys all have a good day, and I'm sure I'll talk to you later.
Not ready yet. Needs more time. I strike at your heart.